Hey people, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to the day 2 of Skilldojo webinar of HTML and CSS. So yes, it's a bit weird to see myself in the screen and speak to him. Hey, what's up, bro? I hope you are watching this and I hope you are able to get my video. I'm going to share the link in the group too. Just give me a second. Give me love, give. So, are you feeling pumped today, Saturday night? I guess you would be feeling a bit pumped about it, right? Are you feeling pumped? The question is that. And have you done the homework? So, it's like, I don't like this because in my time when my teacher used to ask for homework, I used to be like, I used to do the homework at that point of time. When the teacher used to ask that, okay, you have a homework. So I used to wonder, okay, I have a homework. Okay, now I have to do thing. And then I used to start with my homework. So it was a very stupid process. Wait, where is my WhatsApp? Yeah. So let me share the link in the WhatsApp group as well, because I guess I'm not able to reach to some of you. Where it is. Today's session. Live now. So how is the weekend going on? I hope it's going on good, because today we are here to learn hi Aishwarya. So today what we are here to learn, HTML and CSS second day, and let's do this. Good evening, Chandan Anandan. Nice name, yeah. I also have a tough name, so I understand your pain. I don't know how your school and how your college is able to print the right name admit cards and everything. I faced the problem in my time. So have you done the homework? Yes or no? Very fast. Have you done the homework? I guess we will come back to it when you guys will be comfortable. Let me share my screen and let me get started. So, okay. So yesterday we did was very basic, and what we were doing. So the most of you, if you have sent your homework or if you have sent me things, I would look into it, because the bootcamp certification what we are going to give you would be based on how much active you are in the certification, and anything you do or anything you are going to share would be taken care of, and you would be given an assessment in the end of the boot camp. Okay, so do you know what is the idea behind the boot camp, where boot camp used to happen? It is a term which was really coined by the army, in more of in the Greece sense. There were boot camps where they trained people with things. So I explained you how HTML works and how things works, and I told you about the heading tag. So if you remember, I told you about the heading tag very specifically, and I told you about the heading tag in a manner that you have to give H1 to H6. You have to use H1 to H6, and then you have to type out those particular headings, right? You had to do that. So that was this particular heading type. And let me give you a small boilerplate code. So do you know about what is called a boilerplate? Do you guys know what is a boilerplate? What is a boilerplate code? So boilerplate is something which is very much on the default. Like, it doesn't changes in many attributes out there. The system is taking a bit of time. Let me use the notepad and show you guys. Give me love. Are you pumped for this? Doesn't affect the output? Yes, exactly. Oh, we have smart people here. But I am unsmart. So I have pre-written the sense of code over here, and we are going to use this code. Okay. So I have not given a head. I have not given a head to this, and I have not given anything to this. This is just a file in which I have just simply wrote doc type. Let me zoom it out. Okay, so this is doc type space HTML. Then I have given a head. Then I have given a title, and then I have closed this tag. Okay, so this is dual screen. Okay, so this is basically moment I type something, it's going there. Yeah. So this is basically over here is this is a starting tag. Okay. You remember we are using a starting tag over here for the HTML5. The doc type we have predefined or we have declared to be an HTML. So this code is a boilerplate code. Boilerplate code is something which doesn't affect the output in a way. So do you know what is a boilerplate? If, for example, it doesn't matter. So I cooked up biryani for all of you. So everyone who comes to my class, you need to have a piece of biryani from my hand. Does it matter? Do you eat it on a tray, or do you eat it in a bowl, or do you eat it even a glass, or even a tequila shot glass? Does it matter in which thing you are actually consuming it? Because it is not consuming the output what biryani is giving. You are able to eat what I have made for you. So similarly like that over here, as you can see, this particular file is an HTML file, and this is a boilerplate code as I have given. For example, if you have to select the title, I have given the title in these tags. So this is a tag. This is called a title is a tag for you. Head is also a tag for you. Body is also a tag for you. And every tag, there are few tags which you have to close them by using this beautiful piece of this beautiful piece you have to use to close the tag. And this is something when you have to write the tag, you have to just give that particular character, or you have to give that particular name, and then you have to start the tag. Okay, so this is a boilerplate code. You can actually, if you want, you can just take a screenshot of this and you can actually use this. My magnifier is lost now. Magnifier, I don't want to magnify here. Okay, so getting back to it, we did the heading tag. Now what to do when I have to use for a bigger heading? So yesterday if I told you something, all you need to do is save your file as, right now what I'm using it as, it is getting saved in like that, and this is day 2 bootcamp, day 2.html. Okay, and you can select the file as you can see over here. We have a very great and very generous type of saving system we have through VS Code. So you can use VS Code in saving this, and this would actually help you with the tags and with the extension you are going to use with it. So in future, I'm going to tell you about few extensions which you can use. But abhi ke liye, for now, just remember this, okay? You just have to save it in this file, and you can see over here that all this got colored. So do you remember there were people in school who used to use color glitter pens, who used to write their notes in glitter pens? And I used to think, what a waste of time, da. Why are you doing this? And in some years later, we coders are doing the same thing, right? So funny. So coming back to it, yes. So for example, if I have to give a bigger heading, so what do you think? How will I give a bigger heading? Do you have an answer for this, guys? So this part, I have told you how to give a heading. Now this complete part would be used as whatever I mark as red would be a homework for you. So you just have to go and you just have to search that how to give a bigger heading. I would tell you that it can be done using altering the text size. Okay, altering the text size is something which you have to focus upon. Okay, now let me explain you a few things. Okay, what is a doc type? So the declaration defines that this document is an HTML5 document. So the moment you just go over here and if you see that this declaration, what is it is going to declare? It's declaring that it is an HTML5 document. So this is a declaration. Okay, so I declare I am going to make biryani. That is a declaration. HTML element is a root element of the HTML page. So you can't make biryani without rice. Okay, so this is your rice. Head element contains the meta information. So see, most of the coding is done with the understanding what their words actually mean. There is nothing to that. And then if you get the hang of the language, for example, if you go to a new place, you need to have a hang of the language. How do you have that? How just imagine how do you have that? So if you have to get the hang of the language, you just need to know what it is going. What is the name? Like what is a head, title, and title, as Amma says, title is something which is very important for you. So that title is very important. Title is something. Doctor, if I would have been a doctor, my parents would have been really proud, right? So title is something which is a big thing. So it is at the topmost thing of an HTML page, which contains the meta information, which is basically the title of your page. Then your after your title there is body. Okay, so for the most of the time, I really needed to get a tattoo over here where it says body, where it says head, like a HTML code on my body. My parents didn't allow that. So body defines the document what it actually contains from heading, paragraphs, images, and hyperlinks. H1 is a large heading and P1 is a paragraph. Okay, so this thing you have done this. I'm gonna share this with you. Hey, I'm sorry. So I'm going to share this with you, and this is basically a cookbook meaning for you and how you need to go ahead with this. Okay, because now I would be teaching you the important stuff, and that important stuff will come in some time. Okay, so page structure. Okay, page structure is something how a page looks. I told you about the building, right? I told you about how a building should look. That building is very important when you are laying stones for the first time. So this HTML tags gives the foundation to the complete building. This head tags has the title of the page. Head with title gives it a page title. Body contains the different content of the uh, this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is another paragraph, and this is a body. Okay, so what is happening over here? First, you need to start with the HTML. Okay, can I have a pointer? So you need to start with the HTML first. Okay, just think of a coconut. Okay, the moment you open a coconut, the surface opens. So that is the HTML surface. Then there is one more surface inside it that mostly, for example, that can be set into a different surface is also over the coconut. You remove that or you keep that. That is the head surface. And then it has a body inside it, which is mostly a white part inside it. So that white part is the coconut. So always think of a coconut when you're thinking of an HTML code. Okay, moving on to the things, comments. So comment is the easy thing to do. All you need to do is just add this to your code. Just add this to your code, and let me copy this and let me show you. For example, if I need to add a comment to this. So for example, if I need to add a comment, this is actually a comment. All you need to do is just add this part. So I guess, is it visible? I haven't seen you guys in a few years. Yeah, I guess this is visible, and I guess you guys are here, right? Is my video lagging? Mm, I'm sorry if it's lagging. I can switch the camera if you want to. Visible. Chalo. Good. Let me go back to what I was doing with you. So do you know how comments are done? Comments are done by this. Just take a note of this. For HTML, you actually need only 2 pages of notes ever in your life. You need to know about a few tags, which I'm going to tell you, and just one more page of notes. That's it. That you are done with HTML for your life. You can explore things more on basis of many things, but that is something you are done for your life. So let me teach you about the link tag. Okay, how do you give a link to your tag? Okay, so for example, if you have to give a link to your tag, what do you think I should do? So you can note down the syntax, or you can take a screenshot. So what is basically linking mean? We are starting with a tag first. Okay, then we are giving a tag. This is an anchor. Okay, this is an anchor. Anchor is used for what? Ships, right? Remember ships. So you are giving an anchor, and then you are redirecting to a page for your A is acting as an anchor. Okay, whenever there are ships, you have to see if ship needs to stop somewhere, they drop an anchor. If you have seen what an anchor looks like, or let me Google it for you, and let me show you if you don't know. Okay, so just have a look at this. This is how an anchor looks like. See, we are not in the business of okay, zoom in. Okay, I'll just zoom in. Okay, so this is what an anchor looks like. So whenever a ships need to drop its sail, or whenever a ship needs to be somewhere, they drop this anchor kind of thing. I guess you have seen this. Okay, similarly in HTML code, let me magnify it for you. Ah, Supreme Cortana. Okay, so over here, when you are able to see this A, what it is actually doing is basically anchoring your particular tag over there, and this is giving the reference to the other website, which is skillenza.com. Okay, which is https skillenza.com, which URL I have given, and this is a text which would be inside it. So I'm going to run it, and I'm going to show it to you on my browser. Give me love, give me a second. Where did we save that? Do you guys remember? Okay. So this is giving an anchor to it. Let me zoom it out. So this is giving an anchor to it. This is giving a text following to it. We are going to edit this complete code, and then I'm going to show you how it looks on a browser. Okay. So I'm going to edit this complete boilerplate code. Now you know what is a boilerplate code, and the first thing I have added to this code is this. This is an. I'm just gonna write it for you. This is a heading, right? The next thing is a paragraph. I'm going to send it to you. Okay, right now we have just done this. Doc type we know. HTML we have started. Head we know. I'm going to just make sure. Okay, head we know. Body we know what we have done. I'm just laying the complete HTML document in front of you, so you are able to see it completely what we are doing. This is a heading, this is a link tag, and right now I have added a link tag on it. Okay, so let's do this thing. Okay, so this is how you put a link tag. and we'll run this website, and I'm going to show you how this website is working. Let me get some water. This is we are going to come in some time. Okay, so did you remember what I told you yesterday? Do you remember what I told you about an attribute? याद आ रहा है किसी को? Do you remember? So the system takes years and years till then. Okay. So in HTML, you can specify an attribute like href in the opening tag. Okay. So see the image on the left is basically see the code on the left. And the moment we put, it's basically, it's adding a link. It is giving a reference. You are seeing the word ref. Okay. So you have to focus on the word, that how that word is functioned and how that word is given. href. Ref, reference, anchor. Ring any bells? If I am giving an anchor over there, and then I'm going, if I'm redirecting somewhere, for example, so we and Spidey are on a ship, okay? Let's go! Woo! So Spidey's like, okay, I need to meet some dirty villain, and which is on some other planet. Okay, so this is the dirty villain, and this is on some other planet. Or for example, for HTML attribute, I'm saying. So if you are giving an anchor, or if you're starting with an anchor, you just gave the anchor over there, and then you just redirected Spidey to the villain. So I'm sorry, that was very stupid and dubious, but yes, the way I explained it to you. So this is how you do it. Okay, and you are going to learn a bit more about attributes. I'm gonna kill my barber, man. What has he done? So the href attribute. Okay, so the a tag defines a hyperlink, and the moment it defines a hyperlink, or the moment it gives you an hyperlink, do you know which society is famous for teaching the HTML code after MD and docs? Do you know that? So over here, if we have given ahref https skilldojo.com, that is a question, just keep in mind, and I'm going to tell you in some time. And it has given that this is a link. Okay, this is a code which is an href tag. This is an href attribute. This is an href attribute. Over here, what I have taught you is href attribute, which comes with the link tag itself. Okay, so for example, if I have given over here an href attribute, it's basically, it's redirecting the code to somewhere. Okay, so there is one more thing that you need to know is okay, the src attribute. Okay, so generally not many, I haven't seen so many, if I was telling you about yesterday, right? So what I was telling you about, live class would have been so much better, right? Live class would have been so much better. I opened this, I was telling you about something, and then I forgot. So the src attribute. So you had the href attribute with you. Now the src attribute. Okay. So the src attribute is something which is generally used for embedding. So this is generally used for embedding. This is an image which is used to embed an image in an HTML page. Okay, you know what src stands for? Source. It is giving the source for it. Now remember these points in general thing. So there is an absolute URL which gives an external image which is hosted on some other website. Remember this in JS2. This is an important thing to remember. For example, if you're rendering some image on your website, remember there are two types of URL. One is an absolute URL, one is a relative URL. While the relative URL is something links to an image which is hosted within the website. Here the URL does not include the name. If the URL begins without a slash, it will be relative to the current page. Two types of URL, one absolute, one relative. Absolute URL, that is on somewhere else, some other planet. And your relative URL is something which is there. So if you have to create biryani, there are few ingredients you need to get from the market, and there are few things which you have already in your house. So it depends on the source too, right? So let me give you an example of. Let me show you a small example of how to give that image source. Okay. Okay. So, for example, if I have a file with me, I need to use a magnifier, right? If I have a file with me and I am giving a source of imagegirl.jpg and I'm styling it with these following things, width and height. Okay. So if I have it over on the same page, if I know the source of the image, all I need to do is just give that source of the particular image. So this can actually include a URL too. Okay. So this can actually have a URL too. Right now, I'm just giving it a localized name where it would be stored on my website or where it would be stored on my local storage for now. And then after that, if there is some specific place where is that? I need to show it. It's basically it'll come after that. Okay, understood. So you just know about two attributes right now, that is HERF attribute and that NSRC attribute. So moving on to the next attribute, which is give me now. The width and the height attribute. So the width and the height attribute, I guess it rings some bells. I think we have seen it somewhere. Where have we seen it, man? I don't remember. Okay, I do remember. So over here to the fetched image, to the fetched image, this is where your image is fetched from. This is something which is you giving the width and height of the image. You used an image tag, you gave the source of that particular tag, and now you're giving the width and the height attribute. Okay, so this becomes something which is more elongated, and this is just I am covering height and the width attribute with it. Okay, so you just came to know about link tag over here, then you know about the href attribute, then there is srec attribute. Let me have a check upon you. Acha, I have to zoom it in. I'll zoom it in. Okay, so how many things? This we knew, this we knew, this okay, done, done. Now we know what is a heading. Now we know what is a paragraph. How many headings do we have from H1 to? Write it down in the comments. Can we have a bigger heading from even H1? Can we do that? That is a homework for you. Paragraph. Now a link tag and the href attribute. After that, you know what is an src attribute and image tag and the width and the height attribute. Okay, width and the height attribute. Okay, so this is Funda 101. You just came to know about these attributes. Let us increase the speed a bit more, and let's see how many attributes do we have. The alt attribute. I'm sorry, I just did it to pump myself. The alternative attribute. So what does alternative attribute does? It just gives the alternative text. For example, I would not able to show you that. Are there? Have you seen pages? I'll just let me have a try for that. I guess no. I'll not be able to show you that. Okay. But the required alt attribute for the image tag specifies an alt text for an image if for some reason it cannot be displayed. So there was a time we used to have dial-up connections. Things were not that fast. There were no 4G. There was no broadband that is good. There were things like BSNL and BSNL and MTNL, and things were like T2, T2. It used to connect like that. Okay. So in that time, there were days or there were time that image you didn't used to load at all. So the profound developers, they thought of something. They thought, let's do something and let's show them the text that what was actually there. So those great developers, what did they do? They just gave an alternate text to show that okay, it is possible. Okay, let me zoom this. So over here with image, source of the image, alternative, girl with a jacket. So why did they give a girl with a jacket? Because with for slow connection people like us, they just came to know, okay, we need to come up with a solution. Then we have to give them the alternative text. For example, if you're not able to see the image, at least know what was there. So they did this. Boom. Boom padak. Where's the magnifier? So the next attribute, a very, very important attribute. So you came to know what is an alt attribute, and you can just go back and see the code as well. So the style attribute. The style attribute is something which is important because right now there are no days that normal. Can you actually think of any website which is just made through HTML and CSS? That is a cookie question for you. And if you find out a completely working website which is just made from HTML and CSS, I have a gift for you. And you have to send me the link by 12 today. So the style attribute is used to add the styles to an element such as color, font, size, and more. Okay, so you would think there are many things in styling. So what do we really use to style with it? So as you can see over here, we are forming single HTML file and we are including things in that. Boom, 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 boom. We are dumping things in that. So for this file to be completed, so I would create a complete working website only using this HTML file. I am showing you every attribute. I am showing you every type of code I am writing in front of you. Okay. So the style attribute. So the style attribute is something you need to see. I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't. Okay, let me zoom this. Okay. I just pre-wrote all the code. Yesterday I did a mistake. I didn't pre-wrote the code, and then somebody gave me a very good idea that in every cooking show, the guy just doesn't get up on the mixie and just grinds a thing in front of you. He actually does it. He has done or she has done it before. So over here, if you can see that I have given a paragraph tag, I have some text in my paragraph. Then I have given the style. So style is my attribute over here, where I have given the color and I have specified it red. Okay, so it's basically simple English. All you need to do is just write color. You have to specify which color, and then it does have it. It does have this text which is peripheral to this complete piece of code. Okay, so just see over here the style attribute. We just saw what is an alternative attribute. We just saw what is a style attribute right now. Okay. 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 So how many? I guess yes, yes, yes. A very important part. I have told you about a few attributes, and now you need to teach me about two attributes. This is your, hey, where did it go? Homework! We need to find out what is a lang attribute and what is a title attribute. Understood? And you have to include and use it somewhere. As you have seen in this part of the complete code, I have used multiple tags and multiple attributes. All you need to know, all you need to tell me about these two attributes, that is lang and title attribute. And then we are going to have fun because after that I have few slides. Then we are going to start with somewhat of something of CSS and somewhat of what. So we are done with the attributes thing, and I would request you guys to tell me about, I guess you know your homework. What is your homework? Your first homework is how to make a bigger heading. That is your first homework. And your second homework is, remember, homework. This is homework. Remember. Okay, and remember, for this, you need to teach me the following things: the lang attribute and the title attribute. You can take out the code from over here, or I would send the code to you in the group. I have given the group details. I guess we have this group with us. Where it is? This is the group. Where do I? This is the group link. You can see. I can copy it and send it again if you're not a part of the group. And then we can take care of how you do your homework, and I can take care of if you have any doubts or anything. The lang and the title attribute, and you have to just give me how to make bigger headings. Simple as that. And start working on your portfolios. Just write your name in paragraph. Just write what you have been doing and how you have been learning. So start with that as well. That would be the final question for you. And there would be a small test I'm going to take on Skilldojo. Where are you? Check VTU website. Bhai, I need functioning websites. Okay, I need big websites with functions for a larger audience. Manan, how can I join the group? Give me love. Give me love. I'm giving you the link. You can join through these specific links. And I guess this is it, guys. A small session. I believe in small session. I don't believe in elongated session where you sleep. So bye bye. Bye to bol do bachcho. Just say bye. Okay. So if you need any kind of help, or if you need anything, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me on Twitter, and I would always be happy to help you. Bye. Okay, I got a bye. Boom, boom, bye bye. Alright, and we have Shubhendu in the next webinar. You have to attend this, okay? So we are going to roast. We are going to take some resumes, and we are going to roast those resumes, and we are going to tell you how to make a good resume. See you in the next webinar. You should see that. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there.